The person you think you can trust might be the one running the scam. Steve here, Street Smart Travel. This is the On the Ground series, and we are talking about scams today. Specifically, scams in the developing world, of which there are many, and today is episode number 5. I'll drop this in the playlist with the other episodes. Today we talk about fake cops. At the end of this one, I will share a story of some friends who did end up getting shaken down by some fake cops long ago, about 25 years ago. And it followed the exact script of what we're going to talk about today. So step 1, recognition, the setup. You have plainclothes officers, basically just guys that are dressed up in regular clothing pretending to be cops. They might flash you a quick badge, they might do some police talk, whatever, but there's no cruiser, they don't have any vehicles, they're not armed, they don't have any ID to show you that they're cops. But what they're doing is using the idea that, hey, we're the authority, the perceived authority, you don't want to mess with us, and you do what we say. A pretty intimidating place to be if you're on the other side of that. Now, the ruse might be it's a routine check, or it's a drug inspection, or some kind of moving violation, something like that. Red flags, if they ask you for your wallet. Cops don't ask you for your wallet, they'll ask you for ID. If they start applying time pressure, oh, come on, we're in a hurry, this has to happen right now. Like, no, it doesn't have to happen right now. Real police don't need to rush or pressure you. So look for that. If there's any kind of time pressure, probably not a real cop. Now, step 2, shut down. What to do? As always, stay calm, stay respectful, don't escalate. Make sure you do not hand over your wallet. If they ask for some ID, okay, that's fair, but maybe not your passport, maybe something else. Don't hand over anything. If you don't think this is a real cop, don't hand over anything that you think you might not get back. And definitely keep the interaction public and visible. Not saying you have to make a scene, but see if anybody around is watching. Maybe they're filming, maybe there's some other locals that know, hey, these guys actually aren't cops, I want to see what they're doing, and maybe they're going to come in and help you. Or maybe they're going to try and cash in, and if you do end up paying whatever these guys ask for, say, hey, give me a cut. This is the thing, there's so many variables in that equation, you don't know who's who. But the whole point is, when they start trying to rush you, slow down. Control the frame. The longer it takes a scammer to pull off their scam, the more nervous they're going to get. The more they're going to be tempted to just walk away and say, this is too much work, I want to find somebody that's much more compliant than this person. So it's a really useful tip. When people are trying to escalate, trying to rush you into things, pull back, really far back, and slow things down. Now, damage control. So, if you're in the scam, they're going to try pressuring you. Make sure that you protect your documents, you protect your cash, you, again, don't hand over your wallet for anything. You might need to bribe them. I'll share that in the story at the end of this video. But make sure that you exit safely with all of your valuables intact. As always, nobody wants to hurt you, they just want your cash. And your safety matters more than being right. So if you want to get into, it's the principle of the thing, just realize that could end badly for you. You don't want to escalate, you don't want to make more problems. Do slow things down, make sure you hold on to all your valuables, and keep your head about you at all times. So my friends, we were in Mexico, and they decided they want to get something to smoke while they were in Mexico and maybe take back to the ship for later on. So they were in a very popular touristy area. They were directed to the back of a shop where they were going to find the dealer that was going to set them up and sell them what they wanted. Only when they got back there, it wasn't a dealer, it was somebody posing as a cop who said, okay, you want to buy drugs in this country, that's illegal, so either you pay me $50 and I let you walk, or I'm going to take you downtown and you're going to jail. Were they going to go to jail? I don't know. But as a crew member, you don't want to miss the boat, especially when you don't have anything on you except maybe your wallet, and you don't have any representation down there. So the $50 was the lesser of two evils. They learned a valuable lesson that day, who you can trust and who you can't trust, and of course, trying to buy drugs anywhere, not a great idea. But they came out of it relatively unscathed with a great story to tell, not at the time, but many years later you reflect back on it, oh, remember that time we were down in Mexico and this thing happened? Like, yeah, bad idea. Just dumb. Now, authority or perceived authority is one of the most powerful tools that scammers use, and I talked a bit about that in the On the Ground series about bus safety. People dressed up like they work for a bus company. They don't, but if they look like they do, people are automatically disarmed. Oh yeah, okay, I can trust this person because they work for the company. No, you can't. People pretending to be cops, same thing. Anybody could dress like a plainclothes officer, it's not hard. But do they have a badge? Are they in a cruiser? Do they have any kind of indication that they are real police? Because if not, they're probably not. I was always stay calm, stay in control, slow things down, don't let people pressure you into really quick transactions or situations that are going to put you at risk. Any comments or questions or stories you want to share along those lines, please drop them below. Hopefully you learned a couple things from this episode. I'll throw this in the playlist with all of the other scam episodes. Got another 5 or 6 I want to do in this series, and then I'll move on to a different pillar. Thanks for stopping by. Happy trails. Stay safe out there. See you out on the ground next week.